Hey everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and today I'm going to bring you a really cool project. I had two of these little boxes, and you can see this box is nothing special. These are boxes that my husband had just done on plywood. He was kind of testing them to see what he could do with them, and they're just plywood. Basic old plywood, and they, he put this on the top of them. The other one had a mushroom on it, but they're just basic little round wooden boxes. So they were kind of I wouldn't call them a fail, but they're not anything really that we thought we could do much with. So he gave me these boxes and said just do whatever you want to do with them. So yesterday I grabbed one of them, and this is the one that had the mushroom, and I altered it, and it came out so incredibly beautiful. I got really excited. So you can see all the pretty embellishments that I put on it. I'm actually thinking about adding some more trim to the bottom of it, although I kind of did it like this because I wanted to keep it somewhat simple. So I'm not quite sure. Before I put it in my Etsy shop, I will have decided what I'm going to do. But you can see I embellished it with, these are all handmade roses, rolled roses that I made myself. And I think I've got that process down. These white ones here are made from a polyester chiffon, and then these here are made from ribbon. So these rolled roses that I did out of the ribbon came out so nice. I'm so pleased with the way that they turned out. And then I have a couple of my paper flowers in there from Kiki's sale. I threw a few of those in there because those are nice small flowers that I can add as little accent pieces. And then a piece of bling that I got from my friend Deanna Grooms. And then some of my favorite pearls that I got, this roll of pearls from my friend Kim. And I just am having a ball, and then I used a little piece of this I'm using kind of one piece at a time. This lace here, I threw a piece of that in there. That's from Gail over at Fava 4. So I've got just a ton, and then laces with pearls and stuff that Deanna sent me that are absolutely just gorgeous on this. This box can take a little bit of time. I'm going to put that one aside. I'm going to read my quote, and then we're just going to go ahead and get started on this because it's going to take a little bit of time, and I want to make sure that I don't go over too far. So my quote today is called Brave Girl. So let me go ahead and read this to you. Whatever dream or wish you hold in your heart, I hope you go for it, brave girl. I hope you believe in yourself with your entire being, and that in those moments that you might not, I hope you pretend until you do believe again. I hope you never settle when it comes to your dreams. I hope that you always chase them with wild lust and fiery passion. I hope you never let the doubters and non-believers stop you, and that you let the obstacles strengthen and humble you. Brave girl, I hope you go for your dreams because they are yours to have. And I'm going to send that to, this made me think of my daughter when I read it. I'm going to send that to my daughter because she is one of the bravest girls that I know. My daughter is a very smart girl. She's a registered nurse, and she is... she's my hero. She's just an amazing young woman, and I'm so proud of everything that she's done in her life. She's accomplished all of her goals so far, and I know she has bigger goals. Her next goal is to get her master's degree and become either a nurse practitioner or a physician's assistant. So she's got big dreams and big goals. And I hope she reaches them all before I die. So anyway, I'm going to send that quote to my daughter because it makes me think of, it really made me think of her when I saw it. And I just, I love that quote. And I hope that you all will consider yourselves when you're, you know, when you're thinking of that quote. I will try and remember to post a picture of it at the end of my video so that if anybody wants to copy it or whatever, you can do that. It is written by Nikki Bonas from Walk the Earth. So that way you guys can have access. And then what I will do is I will post it on my Facebook page as well. So I just thought that was really neat. I loved that quote, and I hope you guys loved it as much as I did. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this. One of the first things that we have to do is I'm going to cover the top, because you can see on the top of this one, or maybe you can't, I did put some stuffing in the top to kind of dome it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of white fabric. I didn't really want to use this fabric. I used something different on the other one, but this is a thinner fabric, and I thought maybe this would be easier for me to work with, and it's stretchy because it's got that polyester in it. So I'm going to use this fabric. I think I'm going to cut it into a little bit more of a circle pattern. Not that it's going to help me much to do that, but... And it doesn't have to be perfect right now, because I'm just going to take, and after I put it over the top, I'm going to cut around it and make it fit. I think I want my bigger scissors to cut this with. These are my Kim scissors. I call them my Kim scissors because she sent them to me a while back, and I use these scissors every single day. And it's the best pair of fabric scissors that I have, because they just cut right through all of my fabrics, even the thick stuff like butter. It's probably a little harder with this thin stuff because this stuff is so flimsy. But anyway, I think I did an okay circle. Look at that. And that was with no pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just gluing this on from one edge to get it started, and then I will get my stuffing out and start putting that in after I get a little bit of this done. And I do like this fabric because it is soft and pliable. It moves easily. And so I just thought it would be the best. Because the other one was a thicker fabric, and I found that it bunched up a lot more than I really wanted it to. So I'm going to take some stuffing out of a pillow that I have here. And this is a pillow that I bought a long time ago and never used, and I've been using the stuffing like crazy out of it. I'm just pulling it out a little bit at a time, but the stuffing is completely clean, and so I think I might have gotten just a bit too much. I'm used to pulling more stuffing out because I've been doing those puffy hearts. Let's see. But I do want it nice and puffy. I think I might want this one a little more puffy than the other one was. So I want to make sure I get enough in there. And I can always stuff more in there after I get moving on this, when I get down to the last little section. I'm going to come over to this side. Yeah, I think I've probably got enough in there. I'm just going to push this stuffing over to these edges. And I like working with this stuffing because although it's kind of squishy like, it's easy to work with. And I think I can actually put that last little bit in there so that I make sure there's enough at this edge, and then hopefully I can squish it around after I get this fabric all on there. I'm pulling it tight now, and then I'm going to just take my fingers in there and squish it up towards the edge where I just glued it. And it's probably going to be a little bit more bunchy on this side because usually what I try to do, it's going to be a little more bunchy. Let's just do this. I'm going to pull it here. I try to go from side to side, and I didn't do that this time because I wasn't thinking. So let me get this piece down. And then I'll get this down. And I like this fabric too because the glue is like, it's not coming up through it either. Usually most thinner fabrics, it'll start to come up, and I'm going to pull a little bit of that off over here and pull it down on this side. Whoops. Oh, I like the way this one's puffing too. It's actually, this fabric is way better than what I put on the other one. Although the finished product, you probably can't tell the difference in the fabrics because this fabric is going to be completely covered in the long run. So it really doesn't matter so much, except that this will be better in the sense that what was I trying to say? It's thinner, and so it's not going to bunch up as much around the edge. So I hope everybody is doing well today. Today is the one day off I have this week. I'm working the next 5 days, so I thought, you know, I better get busy and get another video done. And we're done with the January stuff, so I'm not doing the end of the year or the new year quotes now. So now I'm kind of I'm getting into some different kinds of quotes and things, and I finished all of my end of the year stuff. I'm just pulling this off because I want to make sure that the bunchiness is the same all the way around. I just want to make sure that I'm getting equal bunching going on here. So anyway, yeah, so I'm starting with new quotes, new ideas, new projects. This is definitely something different, I thought. And I do have some other ones that I'm working on. I'm just trying to pull stuff together to do them. One of the things is, I think I told you guys I want to do a pocket hanger. So I'm trying to get all my laces and things together for that, and I'm trying not to use up my laces. I've got to pull this up because I'm going to have to push that stuffing down to the other side and get it shoved over into the under the fabric there, up to the edge. I put so much stuffing in here that it's a little harder to work into those edges than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Now hopefully this edge, if I do it right, I can keep it nice and, yeah. Let me check it on the other edge. Oh, we need to get it into this corner here. There. And this edge I know is going to be good because you can see there it's coming over nicely. All right, here we go. And one more little corner here and we'll be set. There. Okay, so that's the top. And I can just kind of work it around a little bit and get it more uniform. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to go around and cut the edges off of this all the way around. And then if I need to, I can take my detail scissors and sort of get some of these other little bits off of here if I need to. A couple of spots where I see I need to make sure I put more glue. But I just thought, you know, I can't let these little boxes go to waste. They're still good boxes, you know. They just, the design I wasn't crazy about on the top, and they carved a little strange on the CNC machine. So we just decided that we were not going to go with them. But there is no reason to waste anything. Okay. All right. So there we have it. We have our little puffy lid. Just like that. Oops. Okay, where am I? There we go. So it's just puffy all the way around. You could make these and use them sort of as a pin cushion, you know, so that you could put your pins in it and then still have maybe the little box to put pins inside, or safety pins or things like that. So I just thought it was a cute idea, and I like the little puffy lids. So now what the objective is to get, I want to get the sides sort of figured out, what I want to put around the edges of this. And they are mostly going to be lace, so I want to make sure this won't go around it. I thought about using this because this one's going to have some purples and stuff in it. But you know what I'm going to do? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of lace here, and I'm just going to go around the outside of the bottom. So I have a line to go by because this this was 2 pieces of wood that were glued together so that he could make a thicker bottom. And again, this was just plywood, and this was totally a test thing. He was just testing to see what these were going to look like. And a lot of times what he does when he's doing that is he just takes some of his scrap wood, and that's what he plays around with to decide, you know, some of his projects that he's going to be working on. And he does a dummy piece just to kind of test it out. We're going to cut that right there. Don't throw away your extra pieces, you guys. You can use those in something else. There. Okay, so we've got that all the way around. There we go. And then probably what I will end up doing is putting this towards the top of that and finishing it off like that. But that will be one of the later things that I add to this. I am not going to use, I was thinking about using this, but I just can't bring myself to use this on anything because it's a nice shape and it's got all these details that would be pretty left alone. So I don't want to cut that up, and I would have to if I used it on this. However, I have started cutting up this piece a little bit, so I may use some of that lace, but I want to do on the underneath of the lid, I want to start with something, oh, I know. I have to decide what flowers I'm going to use. So let's kind of play with flowers for a minute. And since I'm going with sort of purples, I'm going to pull out more stuff that is in the purple family. That's too much. And then some cream colors and stuff. I just love, look at, these are some more of my rolled roses that I made out of ribbon. And I'm going to show you guys, I've already figured out the best kind of ribbon to use for these. And these flowers here, I used a very narrow ribbon. But look at how beautiful these turned out. I'm really, really thrilled with the way these came out. Aren't they gorgeous? And these are made with satin ribbon. And I used this floral, it's by Floral Garden satin ribbon. And it's satiny on both sides, so you want the double ribbon when you're going to make these rolled roses. I made some little ones out of this tiny purple. I've got a couple of those in here that I will probably use today because they are purple, but now I have to find them. I made just a few of these, but I've got those here. So I've used this and this. And then the other ones that I did, these ones, it is the same Floral Garden satin ribbon, and it's a, let's see. I don't know if it has the color on here. It does not say what the color is of this ribbon. I'm not sure why. I guess maybe they don't always put that on there. You just figure it out by. But this is a really pretty, it's almost a mauve-y color. Mauve-y corally color. But it's super pretty and it makes beautiful, beautiful ribbon, or roses. So I really, really like that particular brand is working extremely well for me. So my suggestion is to maybe try that ribbon and try making some rolled roses. And maybe I'll make one of those before the end of this video so that you guys can see how easy they were to make. Because sometimes it's harder to work with smaller. Well, that would be pretty down there too. I think I'm going to use this plain trim to go around the edge of this because I really like this. And we're going to put a little bit of glue on the back. And I'm going to cut off this piece at the very end. It's got a little piece of tape on it. And I've found that trying to take that tape off and not having the end glued, I end up with frayed stuff, and I don't like that. So this needs to go what direction? Not sure which side is the right side. I think this side is. Okay, so I need to go start at the other end. Let's see. No, I think it needs to go this way. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to leave the lid on there, and I'm just going to put my glue on the ribbon. And I want it to sort of hang over the edge of the lid a little bit. So we're covering up that that lip on that fabric there using this ribbon. I really like the way this looks too. Some of these bits and pieces I didn't find until after I made my first one, although I am super thrilled with how the first one, I got so excited when I got that box done. I was so happy with the way it turned out that I couldn't wait to do this video and do the second one. And I think now that I've figured out what I'm doing even better on this one. The only difference is, are my color choices going to be great on this one? As you can see on the first one, I went with more of the earth tones and muted colors. I didn't want to put a lot of color into it. So I stuck with the creams and the ivory colors. So that's kind of what I wanted to do to keep it less loud. Look, I still have a nice big piece of that left too. Super excited. I'm just going to push that down a little bit there. Okay, so now we've got that on there. And let's see. That's going to be sort of the back. I want to try and keep, I've got my end there and my end there. So I want to make that the back side of the box. Okay. And then again, I think we're going to go for sure with this as long as it goes with the other stuff. And I want to take that towards the top here. And I think that's going to be really, really pretty. But it just has to go with my flowers and stuff. So that's, I think it's going to be nice, honestly. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with these roses here and then some of the cream. I thought that would be really pretty. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. And I have this, but if you add that in, it doesn't seem to really go. This goes with this and with this. So I had thought about putting that on top, but I don't think I'm going to use that today. And then I also have this that I took out. This is a piece of lace that I got from my friend Gail at one point in time with one of the packages that she sent me. And I thought that might be pretty, but it's adding a lot of color. And I'm just not sure that I want to add that much color into this. It's very, very pretty, but I think I want to keep it a little less loud. Also have some of my little purple flowers from Kiki's that I might throw a couple of those in there. You know what, you guys, we're just going to go for it with this, and we're going to put this on here. I think I've already decided that I want this on here. So we might as well get that part done so that I can move on to the next steps and stop thinking about this. And it's good because I can just follow my line right across there and just try and keep it right to the top here. Hopefully I'm not getting out of frame, you guys. Lately I've been doing a really bad job of making sure. I think I've stayed in frame okay, but I have been doing a bad job of checking to make sure that I don't go out of frame. And there have been a couple of times in my most recent videos where I did get out. Hopefully not for too long. But I know I did get out of frame at some points in those videos. So let me go ahead and cut this off right here. Okay, so that's it with that. And then we'll just put a little bit of glue here. And there we go. That looks really pretty. So there's our back side. I'm going to try really hard to stay in check where the back is concerned. And that's the back side. So there we go. All right. So now let's add some laces. I've got some of these as well, and I really like these flowers. So I'm probably going to use a little bit of this, maybe, because here's the thing. Once I start going with the pearled lace like this, that stuff I'm not going to want to cover up. That's beautiful lace, and I'm not going to waste it by covering all those pearls and things up. So that's the thing with that. And so I want to make sure that if I'm putting stuff like this on, that I'm kind of going over the top with this. And you can even see that lace underneath poking through this lace because it's sheer. So that's the other thing. I thought about using this. Actually, I was thinking about using this on the bottom, but it's a little bit too long, so that worked out. And then I've got this that I thought actually what I might do, gosh, I'm just afraid I'm going to mess it up. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to put a thin amount of glue on the back side of this. All through this, because this is covered in beads and things, and I don't want to cut this and then start having all of those beads falling off. So I'm just going to do this and put lots of glue. Look at that. Luckily it's rolling right off my finger. Put lots of glue behind there because I want to cut a bit of this out and use it. And so this part at this end looks like a leaf. It's like a leaf pattern, so I thought I would use that kind of coming out from some of the flowers. So now I'm just cutting off some of the little bits of fabric that are poking out here so I can get a little more definition in this around the beading and the embroidery, because it's embroidered and beaded. And it's just gorgeous. I wish I had more of this, but this is the only piece of this I have. And I just thought it would be really pretty on this box. There we go. So we've just got that little piece there, and I want it to be able to kind of hang out off the side like that, out from the flowers. So I've got that. So here's what we're going to do. Let's see, maybe I could just use this little doily. I'm sorry, you guys, it's just going to take me a second to get my ideas out. This, I'm going to cut a couple of smaller pieces out. That piece is kind of messed up. And this is some of the lace that Deanna sent me. She just sent me some of the most gorgeous bits and pieces from, I'm assuming wedding dresses is what it looks like. That piece. And this little piece I'm going to cut. I want these little pieces so that I can poke them out in places and not hide them. So this is my way of being able to get the most out of this lace without wasting a single drop. So there we go. I just glued on the edge of these pearls so that those don't come off. So if I've got this on here, and then I just kind of put a little bit of that. Let's see, how do I want this to go? Maybe put a piece there. And if I'm going to have this coming out here, I have to situate it on here first. And then I have this piece that's from another lace that I got from Deanna, that I used a piece of this on the other one as well. Like that, sort of. And then these I'll save until I have a space that I want to tuck them into. Now the other thing I thought about is I did think about using this piece in there as well, as sort of part of the leaves coming out. And this is kind of like, looks like grapes. And grapes go with purple, so I considered using that as well, but I'm not positive yet. This is going to be gorgeous. I don't want to use this and the other piece, and since I've already cut this, I'm gonna go ahead and commit to this one. Like that, and I've got this bigger. Something kind of like that. But I really can't situate it until I've got everything on there. So we're just going to go ahead, we're going to commit to this. And let me make sure I've got the right side up on this. Ouch, I just burned myself. And that's going to lay right there. Okay, just take these bits and put some glue up under the points. I'm going to cut that tip off of there. That's okay, because that is purple. So, and let's see. There. Okay. And again, this is my back side. I'm making sure that I'm keeping that stuff on the back where I intended it to be. This is a pretty piece too. This would be pretty sort of hanging over the edge. This way. You know, actually, I think I am going to use this piece here instead. Because it really does look nice hanging over this edge. So I'm just going to start with these little edge flowers and do that. See how pretty that looks? And these ones will come up a little bit. And now I can do this inner bit here. Very good at changing my mind at the last minute when I'm doing stuff like this. And there, I just want to get that little bit of organza off of there. Okay. So now that I dropped that, let's see, there's the back. Okay. So there we go. You wouldn't believe the amount of glue that I've got rolled all over my lap that I've pulled off. Okay, so now let's see, there's our front. I have this little bit of lace that could go in there. Yeah, I think I'm going to add this one. And I've really got to get the glue on these edges because this piece of lace was a little bit muffed up before I started with it. So make sure I get it unmuffed and glue down those pieces that are sort of curled. Okay. There. That looks super pretty. And then I've got this piece that I really do want to put in there, but I'm wondering, see, we've got a couple of pearls here that are trying to float off of the piece, so we're going to glue those down and nip that little piece of string. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to use that one because I think it will end up getting wasted, so I'm not going to use that. So this I'm going to put, let's see, there's my back. This I'm going to have sort of draping down, and I'm going to use it on this side so that I'm not covering up those beautiful pearls and things. So let's just go ahead and get that started. And we're going to save those. Okay, now for these, I thought about putting this piece down, but it's kind of a different purple, and I don't think it's necessary, so I'm not going to use that. This was another little flower that I did last night. I was playing around, but it's got some sort of burnt edges on it, so I don't know. I don't think I want to use that in here. What I do want to do is I want to cut this flower so that it's not so pointy. I'll put a good amount of glue here. And we are going to push this flower down right there. And that will be our first focal piece on this. And I have to get some glue on the edges here. Get some more glue for my glue gun. Okay, so we've got that one down. And then this one I made just out of a piece of satin fabric that I had. I had one little strip laying around, so I made this one. So this is a little coarser, and this is not the satin ribbon that I used on the smaller flowers. This is a stiffer satin ribbon. This one is Save the Date, looks like is what it's called. And it's 100% polyester, but it's a little stiffer, a lot stiffer, I should say, than the other satin ribbon that I used to do these. Okay, so now, let's see. Gotta decide how I want to do this. I think we're gonna put that one sort of more towards the back. Got lots of glue on that. You want to make sure when you're doing these boxes you use lots of glue, and I'm going to really press that on there and hold it because I don't want that glue to come up. So holding, 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 and there we go. Okay, and then, let's see. We're going to put this one towards the back here. Some of that glue is still wet back there, so. And stick it in there behind the other ones, and we're holding. Okay. And then with that one kind of pokes up in the back. And then I want to use this smaller one. I think I'm going to put that one. Oh, I was going to use this little piece of doily here, but we're not going to use that on there. We've got enough stuff going on this already. Okay. Here's my front. Yeah, we're going to go with this one. It's a little bit smaller than the other one is. And press it in. Okay, and then I've also got these little tiny purple ones. I'm going to cut their tails off now since we don't need those anymore. Those are just what I use to hold on to while I'm making the flowers. I just broke my fingernail. Okay, sorry you guys, I just had to clip that because it was going to bother me if I didn't. And then, let's see. Nope. All right. This is... Huh. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I feel like I need to put one more flower right there next to this green piece. one more bigger flower, I should say. And we'll just make it one of the cream colored roses. Just like that. And then we'll pop a couple of these purple ones in. That. And then I've also got, where are they? Some little white tiny flowers. I want to grab a couple of these. These are from Kiki's sale. These are little teeny tiny paper roses, and they are wonderful to use in these kinds of projects. Whoops. Because they're tiny and they're just perfect. They're like perfect little flowers. And they're great for popping in to little spaces where you just need maybe a small flower poking out. I've always got a need for more small flowers. I think we'll put this one right there. One of our little purple flowers. And we'll glue this one down right there. Just kind of following along the pearls there with those. Okay, so that's what that part looks like. And then I'm going to cut off one of my, small bit, one of these little lace flowers. And that is going to go right there. Right there. And let's see, where do we want to put these extra pieces of lace? This one is going to go right here with those beautiful pearls on it. And I'm going to put a little drop of glue right there. And pop that pearl back on. And then this piece, let's see, where should this one go? I'm wondering what it would look like if it was popping out between. Ooh, that looks nice. I'm going to pop this in right between these flowers here. Right there. There. That looks pretty. Okay. And then I want to take some of my other pearls here and work some of these into it. So I'm just going to take it and kind of loop it like that and twist it and use them just like that. So let's find a couple spots that we want to pop these into. I know I want some to go in on this side here. So I'm just going to pop some glue in under there, a nice amount. And I'm going to pop those in there and get a tongue depressor and press those in. Ugh, I think I might have lost control there a little bit. That's okay. We got it. I should have had that tongue depressor ready to go. Okay, so there's one. And take another piece. Same way. And I think I want that one to come out from this side. So I'm going to put a good amount of glue there. Get my tongue depressor ready. And press those in. Just like that. And then I've also got, I thought about putting a couple of these little pearls kind of popping out somewhere too. Maybe I will do that. I'm going to put a couple over here. Coming right out from there. And I think I'm just going to put those in there. And then I've got this little organza butterfly and this angel. Now, I'm not positive if I'm going to use this or not. I was thinking I would like it to be in there. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering, I'm going to pull that out. And I'm thinking maybe she would look good right there between the flowers. Just sticking up there. I'm not sure. Ah! Or I could just kind of put her to the side right here. Actually, she looks really pretty right there. And don't worry about the spot that I took out that pearl piece, because I can fix that. I don't know that I'm going to put that same pearl piece in there, but I'm going to put something in there. Yeah, she's going to go right there. Oh my goodness, she looks so cute on there. Right there. Okay. This is the front side right here, you guys. And I forgot about my bling, and that's why I said don't worry about that other thing. I'm gonna snip this. And I think I'm going to put that right in there. I do need to kind of try and get these flowers apart a little bit though, because I need to stick it in there a little bit more than what that's going to allow right there. There. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to put a good amount of glue right here at the tip of this bling. I'm going to pop it right in between there and hold it down really well. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so gorgeous. And I'm going to take this off of this piece and maybe put it popping out right there. Okay. A little bit of glue on the tip. And that's going to go right there. I got some glue on the rhinestone there that I do not want. So I have to get that off of there. There. Okay, and then I've also got some pearls here. I'm going to put a couple of my bigger pearls in there in a couple of spots, just because I like to have some additional pearls added in. And these are nice big round pearls with no holes in them. So I'm going to put some in here. I love these pearls that don't have holes in them. They're perfect for that final, you know, that final bit of decoration that you need in a piece. I've also got these silver balls, and these do have holes in them, but I wouldn't mind having a couple of those in there somewhere. That looks pretty right there. I'm going to put it in. I have to do it very carefully though. There. Maybe I'll use another one of those. Those look pretty. Let's see. Right there. Okay. Maybe one more silver one. Do I need one right there? Right there. I'm going to put one right there. Sorry about the trash, guys. Every time, you guys, you get me on trash day. Seems to always be my day off. Trash day. And then we will go ahead and put this piece back in there, and we're just going to put it towards the back here where there's not a lot of stuff going on. Kind of feels like it needs a little more decoration back there. Okay, and this was another piece that I was considering putting on there, but as you can see, that's way too big for this. And we don't need that rose. And I think we are done, you guys. Oh, one more thing. I do want to add a little bit of stickles. I'm going to add some stickles to the butterfly here. And you guys may not be able to see the stickles real well right now. This is just, this is called diamonds. And this is, this gives kind of that AB look, because all the colors kind of come out in this. So I love using it on anything that's white. And so we're going to put some, we're going to dot it on here. And then I want to put some on these tiny roses. I'm not going to put any on the fabric roses though. Just these little ones. I'm going to put a little bit on these tiny purple ones. Okay, and let's see, anything else needs some stickles? Maybe the angel's wings. I think she needs some stickles on her wings. And we're going to put a little bit going around her hair there. Okay. I think that's it, you guys. I think we are completely done with this angel box. And I'll put the other one up here so we can look at both of them. There we go. And so here's the one that we finished today. Look at how beautiful that came out, you guys. I'll show you all the way around. You need to be able to see the angel with the butterfly wings behind her. And we've got all that beautiful bling on there. I think this came out absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't have asked for more with this piece. And there's the back side. I'm just holding the lid on, you guys, because the lid on these, it just sits on top. So it's not one that sucks onto it or anything, but look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I'll kind of cup this one in my other hand and you can see both of them. Look at how beautiful those are. Oops, I'm dropping this one. Okay, there we go. Look how beautiful they came out, you guys. I am super thrilled with these, and I'm super glad that I decided to do them. And these will be going for sale in my Etsy shop, so if you're interested in purchasing one of them, you can find it in my Etsy shop. And please, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section below. I will put a link to Kiki's sale in the description menu so that you can go over there and check out all of the great flowers. These are all flowers that I've gotten from Kiki's. She's got laces, bling, you name it. Debbie's got the most beautiful stuff over at Kiki's sale. And so go on over there and think about joining that group, which I am a part of. And also check out Fava of 4. I put her link down below for you to check out her channel as well. She's getting ready to do a tutorial, I think, on some floral appliques that she made. Or they might be brooches. That are absolutely stunning. So you'll need to watch out for the video that she's going to be doing on that. And then my raffle for my Etsy shop is closed now. So now all I have to do is I need to go through and figure out all of the people that spent $50 or more in my shop in January, and one of those lucky people is going to be the winner of my snippet roll. You can see my snippet roll video that I did in January to see what that person will be winning. And my winner for my raffle for my YouTube channel for reaching 7,000 subscribers will be done in the next couple of days as well. So stay tuned and watch out for that video, because I will be randomly selecting the winner for that one. So be on the lookout for both of those videos. Both raffles are now closed. So anyway, I'm sorry, I was trying to pick something up off the floor. Those raffles are both now closed. So whoever got into those, good luck to all of you. You will be hearing from me in the next couple of days on our winners. Within the next week, I should say. Within the week. So thanks a lot, you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. And think about subscribing to my channel if you want to be notified of future videos so that you can hit the bell and get those notifications. And thank you for getting me to 7,000. I'm now at 7,000. Let's see today. What is my number? You guys took me quite a bit over the 7,000 mark. Today I am at 7,076 subscribers. So I was pretty far off from that number at the beginning of January. So now, you know, that's pretty good. I'm excited about that. So let's keep the channel growing, you guys. Tell your friends and family. And I'll see you all later. God bless each and every one of you. I appreciate you all. Be safe, be well, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for pictures at the back end. Bye-bye.